Welcome back to Tales from the Vale. Tonight, we journey to the blood-soaked fields of a forgotten war, where a legend was forged not in victory, but in betrayal. They called it Oathbreaker, a sword of exquisite craftsmanship, its hilt wrapped in dark leather, its blade gleaming with a sinister light. It was said to be the work of a master smith who poured his own grief and rage into the steel after losing his family in a raid. The first to wield it was a renowned general, a man whose name was synonymous with victory. On the eve of a decisive battle, he drew Oathbreaker, feeling its unnatural cold seep into his bones. The sword felt alive, humming with a dark energy. But when the horns blew and the charge began, the general found his arm locked, unable to raise the blade. He stood frozen as the enemy line crashed upon him, his own legendary sword refusing to defend him. He fell, the first of many. The sword passed from hand to hand, a cursed spoil of war. A fierce warrior claimed it, only to find himself paralyzed with fear in his first duel, unable to strike a killing blow. A desperate young soldier picked it up from the mud, hoping for a miracle. Instead, as he faced an oncoming cavalry charge, the sword grew impossibly heavy, dropping from his grasp and leaving him defenseless. It seemed the sword chose its moments, always failing its wielder when they needed it most. Years turned into decades. The sword was found, lost, and found again. Each new owner believed they could tame it, that their cause was just enough to break the curse. But Oathbreaker remained loyal only to its own sorrow. One legend says a wise woman finally took the sword, not to fight, but to understand. She claimed she heard whispers from the steel, the smith's final promise that no one would ever use his creation for the very violence that destroyed his life. The last known account tells of a collector who displayed it in his home. One night, he was found in his study, a look of sheer terror on his face. Oathbreaker lay on the floor beside him, not a drop of blood on its blade, yet it seemed to pulse with a malevolent satisfaction. The sword that refused every owner had claimed another, without ever being lifted. The sword simply vanished after that night. Some say it lies at the bottom of a lake. Others believe it's waiting in some forgotten cellar for its next, unsuspecting victim. Thanks for listening to this tale. If you have a story you'd like to share, let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the Vale. Sleep well.